Salutations, crustaceans. I'm Lobster, and today we're going to be reviewing the EEB-1 from Eastwood Guitars. Let's do this. This is the EEB-1 from Eastwood Guitars, a modern reproduction of the Ampeg AEB-1, and they also offer the fretless AUB or EUB-1, and the Ampeg is the AUB-1. A little confusing, but either way, these are modern reproductions of those classic Ampeg scroll basses, though without the scroll at the headstock. What you're getting here is a mahogany body, shaped just like the iconic Ampeg bass. A single pickup, I believe this is a humbucker, with a volume knob, a tone knob, a jack, a standard Fender style bridge, and a bridge cover, which honestly I would ditch. However, this isn't my bass. This bass was provided to me by Eastwood. However, they sent this to me as a review unit. This is a retail unit. I am not being paid for this review. I do not accept money to review basses. So yes, this is just a retail model sent to me as a review unit from Eastwood. So thank you very much, Eastwood, for sending that over. The neck is a 20 fret, 34-inch scale neck, gloss black on the back, and it has a unfinished fretboard, nickel frets. Neck profile is on the fatter side. This feels more like, I guess, like a 62P bass or something like that. I believe the nut width is around 42 millimeters or so. This is a fatter neck than what you would normally see in like a jazz bass. So keep that in mind if you're looking at this bass. If you're looking for a thinner neck profile, you'd probably want to look elsewhere. But those who appreciate the vintage style neck profiles, this is a interesting bass here. For hardware, we have Godot-styled lightweight tuners at the headstock. However, with all the cutouts and everything, this is already a pretty lightweight instrument at 7.8 pounds, and it doesn't really balance that well, in my opinion. You'll see when we play it in a little bit, but yeah, balance isn't necessarily the best on this. I think they were going for looks over ergonomics here. Though I can only imagine how poorly the Ampeg's balanced with that giant scroll at the headstock, so anyways, let's go ahead and turn this bass around. Around back, we see nothing because there's nothing here. We have a standard Fender style 4-bolt neck attachment here. This is a bolt-on neck, and we see the gloss black finish on the back of the neck. This bass is actually produced in Indonesia, whereas the EB1 clone, I forget what that model was called, is produced in the China factory, and that had much worse quality. This actually does not feel that bad, and the fit and finish, looking around at it, seems to be quite solid. Now I know you guys are wondering, well, what does this bass sound like? You guys know what you need to do. Go ahead and pinch that like button so my hand will turn back to normal. Thanks. Not too bad. That actually sounds like a really kind of aggressive P bass. Not too bad. Now, one thing I do have to note, I don't really like this pickup that much. The casing appears to not be grounded or something, or because every time you touch it, you get noise. This appears to be a metallic housing. I believe this is an old school pickup design. I'm not sure exactly what's going on inside it. This isn't my bass, so I don't really want to tinker with it that much. I just changed the strings that I do with every review, but outside of that, I haven't really messed with it. So yeah, this pickup is a little bit interesting. If it were me, I would swap this out with some sort of like bisonic pickup, like Guild style. I think that would look really cool in here. Pair that with some flat wounds, and I think that this would be a really interesting bass. Hardware quality, the tuners are The bridge is just your standard bridge. I mean, there's nothing really spectacular about this bass. It's more selling the look of it rather than any sort of spectacular functionality here. As I mentioned, we just have a volume knob and a tone knob. Let's turn the tone down to about 50%. And here's the tone all the way down. Not bad, not bad. It plays well. I could probably set this up a little bit better, but overall the neck is easy to navigate. It's decently balanced. It's a little on the neck heavy side just because there's not a lot of mass here and just the way where everything is positioned. That being said, it's nothing atrocious, and I think that this would balance decently on a strap. Now, because the space is so simple, I'm going to turn the tone up to 50%. We're just going to use the pick a little bit. Put that away. Let's see how this thing slaps. Turn the tone up to 100%. And yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Now let's go ahead and put some drums behind it. So here are my final thoughts on the Eastwood EEB-1. Meh, not bad. I don't think it's necessarily the best value for the $800 price tag. I think what they're selling here is the looks more than anything. The pickup, though it does sound good, has a casing which will buzz if you touch it, so you have to be extra conscious about that. And I feel for what you're getting, the price tag is a bit on the high side. Just like the EB1, which we reviewed last year, I feel like this bass is definitely catering towards an audience who want a vintage looking instrument and want a specific type of instrument which is essentially unobtainium at this point, much like the original Gibson EB1s as well as the Ampeg scroll basses, which are in the multi-thousands of dollars if you want a good example. Like many thousands, versus this thing, $799, you kind of get what, like 80-90% of the ownership experience for like maybe 10% of the cost, you know. So again, this bass is definitely catering towards that audience. I think that the build quality would be average and indicative of maybe, you know, a $400 or $500 bass. But I feel they can definitely get the extra few $100 by catering to that audience who wants the Ampeg shape. If this bass didn't have this shape, I don't think it would command anywhere near that price tag, because the components are definitely, I would say, average to below average. So the bass here isn't terrible, but I wouldn't recommend this over other offerings at the $799 price point. So what am I going to rate the Eastwood EEB-1? I'm going to go ahead and rate this bass 2 claws out of 5. If this was priced like the Gibson EB1 copy, which they make, at around, you know, $500, I would say this would be a better value. But at $799 for this particular model with a soft case, I don't think it's a great value overall. I think that, again, the construction and the components are much more indicative of a bass half its price, and they're definitely selling you on the looks of the instrument. And I get it, it's very easy to look at this bass with rose-tinted glasses, but does it deliver? In my opinion, not really. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, join our Discord, and leave a comment down below, and let me know what you think about the Eastwood EEB-1. And as always, until we groove again.